Hi everyone, it's Pamela. Welcome back. Before I get into this video, I want to say that this video is not going to be for everyone. The reason I'm saying that is because I felt really called to make this video, and I truly believe that this message is going to be for those of you that need to hear it. And who is that? Well, if you feel like you have your emotions completely handled, if you feel like you never ever suppress your emotions, this video is not for you, and I will see you in my next one. Now, if you know or feel like you might do this, then this video is for you. Also, make sure that you do follow me on Instagram at MissPamelaXOXO, and you do book your one-on-one appointment with me because I love to help you have the life that you've always wanted. So here's the thing. I see this happening in all communities, all niches, far and wide, whether that's the spiritual community or the non-spiritual community. And it's this idea of, emotional perfection, being better than your emotions. Some people will call it emotional intelligence, and I know that I've spoken about emotional intelligence as well, and I want you to know that in speaking about that, I am never ever saying not to have emotions, okay? So I want to be really clear on that. I feel like in a lot of this thought and talk about, saying what you want, manifesting what you want, sometimes, and I know that this is not intended, it is not intended at all, but sometimes it can sound like you're supposed to throw your negative emotions out, okay? And your negative emotions can actually be one of your greatest gifts. In the last video that I made, I was talking about using them as your rocket fuel, using your emotions as your rocket fuel, if you will. And the thing is, you're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to feel sad. You're allowed to feel betrayed by another person. And I think that the worst thing that you can do for yourself is to try to get over those feelings. Try to ignore those feelings. Try to pretend that you don't feel that way, or, almost like a Band-Aid, slap some affirmations on top of those very real, very deep feelings. And I feel like that's exactly how people end up in situations that they hate. I'll give you an example. There was this guy that I knew, and I remember him telling me years and years ago that he used to go into, he had this big, beautiful pool. He used to go into his pool, he used to go under the water, and he used to scream to let out his emotions. And at the time, I thought, wow, that's interesting. That's good that he has an outlet to deal with his emotions. And yes, that was a much better way of dealing with emotions than doing nothing at all. But years and years and years have now gone by, and in his life, that is literally his life. His life is screaming under the water where no one else can hear him. It's this idea of everything that he actually feels is hidden from the people that are around him, and he kind of lives this double life. He lives like this secret life, and this is no judgment. That's his life. That's fine. This is to show you and shed some light on how you handle your emotions is exactly how you're living your life. And there's nothing wrong with how you choose to do that, but there is something wrong if you feel like you don't have the things that you want. Does that make sense? And I know that in his life, he doesn't have the things that he wants. And for him and for so many other people, it's not about getting the things that you want. It's actually about facing those emotions, telling people the truth about how you really feel, and honoring your emotions, honoring how you actually feel. And it's really sad, it's really unfortunate to see people like that, or many other people who are such strong, capable, powerful people with a strong purpose, who kind of by default don't end up living that because they don't want to come out of the water, right? They don't want to invite other people into the water with them, and the water being their emotions, right? And so I challenge you, what is it that you're upset about? Feel it. You know, feel it until you can't feel it anymore, but give yourself permission to feel upset, to feel angry, to feel hurt. The question is, one, are you actually allowing yourself to feel it? Because when you feel trapped in this cycle of hurt or anger or sadness, it's because you're not actually allowing it to flow. It's just kind of like, oh, nope, 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 and it keeps coming back. So question number one, are you allowing yourself to actually sit in it, actually wash over you? And two, what are you going to do about it now? Are you going to allow that to help you move forward? Are you going to allow that to be a powerful motivator for you? And the next question I have for you is, what else are you not allowing yourself to feel? Because equally, as you are allowed to feel hurt and betrayed and sad, you're also allowed to feel happy. You're also allowed to feel passionate. You're also allowed to feel deeply in love with everything around you. You're also allowed to feel orgasmic. You're allowed to feel overflowing with pleasure. And in denying yourself either is living in a space that is less than what you truly are. You're allowed to feel them at the same time. You're allowed to feel them separately. You're allowed to not know why you feel one or the other. And it's all okay. So if you really want things like the law of attraction to work, if you really want to be a powerful manifester, the first thing that you have to do is allow all of your feelings in, and also allow them to propel you, move you forward to what you want. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get out of that hamster wheel type feeling. Anyways, I know that this message is for someone. I trust that. And whether it's day or night, you know that I love you, I love you, I love you, and I can't wait to meet you. Please click here to subscribe. Please click here to check out my most recent video. And please click here to go to my website and book your one-on-one session with me. I love you.